Yes, yeah, you see this. Results here.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, fine. So that's great. So now, please tell me about your topic as well, like what studying your.
Year 9.
Sorry.
I'm in year 9. Is that what you asked?
Exams, please tell me about the topic. Like what was the topic that you have
Oh,
studied in your last
topic.
class? Yeah, I'm talking
Oh,
about topic, man.
oh,
It
sorry.
is.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Um, can we do respiration, please?
Respiration.
Yeah.
Okay. You have studied about respiration.
Hmm.
So I'm going to follow your book from EQ board. That's for GCSC exam. And here I'll go for your topic that is respiration. So let's
Hmm.
start our discussion with this. Before going to start the proper topic of respiration, we will study about aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration, metabolism. Uh, Actually, there are four topics which are included in your EQ exam. Okay, and we will discuss
Hmm.
some practice questions as well at the end of the topic. So,
Yeah.
respiration is actually it's your chapter B9 here, and the topics which are included in your AQ exam,
Hmm.
those would be aerobic respiration, the response to exercise, anaerobic respiration, metabolism, and liver, and then after we summarize this all. So you have four main topics that you have to cover in this topic, respiration. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So before going to start this, let's have a foundation for this topic. I will try to understand what is respiration and why do we need this process in our body? Like, what's its importance? So I think we'll just try to think about it or to just explore it further. And then after we go to the specific topic that's respiration. So,
Okay.
okay. So just try to involve yourself in this discussion, right? What's in your mind, like what you have studied before in your previous lower grade classes, like what is respiration? I'm not asking you to give
Hmm.
it down a sort of definition, just the concept that you have. Why or what is respiration? Actually, first we'll talk about this, and then we go for why do we need this, or what's its importance in any animal or any organism.
Yeah.
So, so what's in your mind? Let's try to link your previous knowledge with today's class. So, do you have any idea about what is respiration? Anything like which is in your mind? Okay, I'm not asking you
Respiration.
the definition.
So respiration is when like energy is released from the cell and
That's
it is
great.
turned into glucose.
Great. I got your point. That's one thing that you know about this. Respiration is actually for the generation of energy. As you know, like we human beings or any animal who is performing any sort of activity. So we are doing a lot of things. Right now, I'm teaching you. You are there to listen something.
Hmm.
So in all of these activities, we have to utilize some amount of energy. So it's very much important for us to generate as well. Definitely the food that we're eating, we are eating that food just in order to break that all the stuff and to convert that into the absorbable sort of substances, and then every cell is there to generate energy for itself so that it can perform its activities. All right.
Yeah.
So we have energy currency now. What do you think? What's that?
Wait, can you repeat that, please?
ATP, adenosine triphosphate, ATP. Okay, so ATP, ATP is the energy currency which is utilized by our body. All the cells, they can only understand language of ATP. They can only understand the energy in the form of ATP. All right. So
Yeah.
this ATP is actually produced by the breaking down of glucose that we are eating in the form of carbohydrates. So this glucose is broken down into a simpler substances like pyruvate. In the process of glycolysis, we will study about this as well. And then after there's a Krebs cycle there, then we have electron transport chain there. So by following all of these different processes, we try to generate energy in the form of ATP. So this ATP, once it is generated or produced with number of molecules, like about, for instance, like just by breaking down of one glucose, we can produce about 36 ATPs, right? And once it is produced in the body, so then this ATP can be utilized for number of activities, like all the metabolic processes, like in catabolism, like metabolism, like your movement of your muscles, like contraction and relaxation of muscles. As you know, like when we are doing exercise. So in exercise, like I hope you have an experience about it. Once
Mm.
we do extensive exercise, then after we tired, we feel tired. Our muscles feel, you can say, pain. So it is just because of that we used to exhaust the ATP in our body, which was actually important for the contraction and relaxation of muscles. All right. So the
Yeah.
important point is, I have just placed the foundation of this discussion. Respiration. Why it is important? Because we have to produce energy from by the process of respiration, by all the processes which are involved here. Right. So in respiration, now we'll go for bit detail about it. So in order to understand the process of respiration itself. I will start with you from the very basics. Like I told you already, I will start with your aerobic respiration. We have two types of respiration. I will tell you the most important enzyme control process in living things is
Mm.
when we talk about this, that's aerobic respiration. Actually, in respiration, your first topic is aerobic respiration. So we will try to understand this topic first, and then we'll go for and we will try to understand where this process is going on. We'll study about the mitochondria. Why do we need for respiration? This is what we need to understand here. And then we go for the response to exercise. Right? And I'm
Mm.
going to start with aerobic respiration.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
in aerobic respiration, you can say glucose uh, reacts with oxygen.
Well,
All
Are
right.
you writing on the board?
Yes, I'm going to start.
I can't see what you're writing on the board.
No, I'm going to write this. So just give me
No, no. Okay. There we go.
respiration. Okay. So this is your first point that you have to understand. What is respiration? This is what we need to understand. All right. So in this
Yeah.
process, I've told you this is the type of respiration in which what is respiration? I've told you respiration is actually just the breakdown of glucose right? Why do we need to break this glucose? From where this would come? This glucose will come from carbohydrates what that you have eaten, okay? That will go into your stomach, into your small intestine. Once it is reached in the small intestine, it will be converted into glucose, okay? So this
Mm.
glucose will be absorbed by your bloodstream because your blood is coming into the small intestine as well. So once this glucose will get into the blood, and then after where it will go? It will go into the body cells, to the body.
Which will be used as energy then, right?
Yeah, it will go into the body cells. And once it will go into the body cells, here we have mitochondria. Mito, sorry, mitochondria. Okay, so it's a small subcellular structure which is a powerhouse of the cell. We always call it it's a powerhouse. It's a
But
powerhouse.
so does it release energy from the cell?
Yes, this is the point actually. This is its function is to extract energy from glucose, right? So this mitochondria will actually it will break this glucose uh, into further simpler substances and to generate what? ATP, right? So this
Yeah.
mitochondria have the specific structure which is involved to break this glucose. And during this breakdown, the energy will released that will be you can say stored in the form of ATP. Okay, so it will be
Yeah.
broken. This glucose will be broken down into pyruvate. We'll study about this animals in detail. Then after the last product of this carbohydrate, once it is this is glycolysis, then there will be a Krebs cycle. There's another process, and then finally there would be carbon dioxide plus what, right? And with this energy as well. So the glucose, which actually started here to be broken down in mitochondria, so it will be converted into the final product that is carbon dioxide in water. And during this all breakdown, the important thing is ATP is produced. Okay, so this is the actual
Mm.
overall scheme of uh, respiration. But our topic is like, what is aerobic respiration itself? What is aerobic respiration? I have told you there are
Aerobic.
two
Mhm.
possibilities. What's in your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Do you want to say something? What's in your mind?
No, 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 no.
Okay, fine. So Zian, actually, what I want to explain here is that's for your understanding. Glucose actually is broken down in the presence of oxygen. Let me write the chemical equation which is involved in the process of respiration. So this is glucose. Then we have oxygen. Here it would be converted into carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. Okay, it's a chemical equation. I can write here C6 H12 O6 plus O2. Okay,
Yeah.
then we have carbon dioxide plus water plus what? P3P. Okay, so this is an
Mm.
overall the chemical equation which is used for you can say for respiration. For respiration. Here it is. So remember, yeah, the important thing is when you are breaking down this glucose in the presence of oxygen, that is called aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. How? What's this for aerobic respiration? The breakdown of glucose. Can I write the definition as well? The
Okay.
the breakdown the breakdown
of
glucose
glucose.
in the presence of in the presence of in the presence of oxygen. Okay, so this is called aerobic respiration.
Wait, so
And
then will it break down into energy?
sorry, let's break down into
Energy.
how, like, are you talking about something? Okay, this is aerobic respiration. Actually, we are doing the aerobic respiration. We
Yeah.
are because we are getting oxygen from the environment. Our lungs will get that oxygen to which is then diffused into the bloodstream. Okay, so that
Yeah.
oxygen will go into the cells, and mitochondria will utilize that oxygen in order to oxidize. Actually, this is an oxidation. I don't know why you have linked this with algae. Algae itself is something like where, as you know, that's respiration. We are talking about in general sense. As we are animals, we are humans, so we are actually undergoing the aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is actually bacteria. You know, there are a number of bacteria which are not using oxygen for the process of respiration. Okay, we will study about that. Good. First, the important concept that you should know, and most of the questions we will discuss practice. You will see like those would be from the aerobic respiration. Okay, so this is first point. I hope you have an idea now. This concept is clear to you. Like, what is aerobic respiration? I had discussed with you two things. One is the importance of respiration itself, and the scheme of respiration as a overall. I started with glucose, then oxygen. Once it is that glucose is converted to pyruvate, and that pyruvate is further broken down into simpler substance like carbon dioxide and water in mitochondria and with the generation of energy. This is overall
Mm.
that we have studied about. Then after we can go for next more points and to discuss it further. Uh, as you can understand here, energy is vital for everything that goes on. Like whatever is going on in your body, whatever the processes which are taking place in your body, that all uh, need energy, right? So aerobic respiration is an exothermic reaction. What do you mean by this exothermic reaction?
Is it when heat leaves the cell or
Sorry.
something like that? It's to do with like heat, right? And it's like when heat leaves something.
Release of energy actually. Exothermic is the type of reaction in which energy is released. Okay, so exothermic reactions actually transfer energy to the environment, right? So are you getting
Yeah.
this point? Exothermic reaction. That's very simple. Exothermic reaction means like what you are doing. You can write here for you so that you can understand it to keep in your mind. Exothermic. Exo. I'll show you exothermic reactions. Let's try to break this term. Exo mean what? Exo means exo mean outside.
Outside.
And thermic mean what? Heat.
Heat.
Okay. So it
Mm.
means it is actually the transfer of heat to the environment.
Outside. So the
Transfer.
transfer of heat from inside somewhere to the environment.
Yes, exactly. Transfer of heat from inside to outside, from the body of an organism to the environment. Transfer of heat from body to environment. Are you getting this, AR? Is this easy for you?
Yeah.
Any confusion? So you can ask us.
No, I'm fine. I understand.
Okay, that's great. So let's try to understand it further. Why I have started to discuss this, because we are talking about the aerobic respiration. I have told you that the point that I've started this exothermic is, I told you like exothermic reaction. Actually, aerobic respiration is exothermic. Aerobic respiration is what? Is an
Exothermic.
exothermic. And do we have any proof like why it is exothermic? Because we are generating energy. Actually, whatever is going on, aerobic respiration is what actually? It's actually the breakdown of glucose. C6 H12 O6 will be broken down. These bonds are broken down. Once these bonds are breaking into simpler substances, then they release energy. Bond breaking, uh, some once it is broken down into like this glucose is going to be converted into the final product, that is carbon dioxide as water. So meanwhile, we will understand like there would be a pyruvate here and all of these. So it is actually generating energy, producing energy. It's an exothermic process. The energy is released here. Okay.
Yeah.
So that energy which is released there, that will be stored in the form of ATP. So that's why we are saying aerobic respiration is exothermic reaction. This is one thing that we should keep in mind. Why? Because new bonds are formed in the products, right?
Yeah.
Then it is taken into break the bonds in the reactions. I mean, when new bonds are formed in the products, then is taken into to break the bonds. Some of the energy transferred in respiration is used for all of the reactions that take place inside the cell. So the rest of the energy is transferred to the environment, making it like slightly warmer. Okay. So, I mean, the point is that we should try to understand here is how this is exothermic reaction. The first point is what is aerobic respiration, and the second point that you need to discuss in aerobic respiration is exothermic reaction. What is exothermic reaction? As you said, like exothermic reaction is actually the transfer of energy into the environment. So more energy is transferred to the environment when when new bonds are formed in the products, then is taken into break the bonds in the reactors. Okay, when
Yeah.
new bonds are formed, like where you will see like that will transfer. So some of the energy definitely transferred in respiration. That will be used for all of the reactions that are taking place inside, like any exothermic, like metabolic reactions, like catabolism, anabolism, right? So the energy which will be utilized there, the rest of the energy will be converted into heat. You can see like you can touch your body somewhere, like you will see like you're warm. Okay, you're not cold right now. Are you cold? No,
Nah, not
our
really.
body is not cold. I mean, we are actually because somehow our energy is dissipating out from our body. I told you like you have utilized energy, you have eaten any carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, and
Hmm.
most of the energy is utilized in metabolism, in breaking down of bonds and then form new bonds, right?
Yeah.
Most of the energy which is extracted from the glucose that is utilized there. Are you getting this point or not? Okay. So then
Hmm.
after, the rest of the energy will be converted into heat. All right. So
Yeah.
that heat will be actually expelled out somehow, dissipate from the body. So that's why we are saying aerobic respiration um, is what? Is exothermic reaction. Okay, so let's summarize this all. Aerobic respiration: glucose plus oxygen plus water. That will give you carbon dioxide plus water, right? So energy transferred to the environment. This is you can say that is ATP in the form of ATP. So we will talk about this as well further. Like the average energy needs of teenage boy like you are around 11,510 kilojoule daily. Oh, wait a second. Here we have, let me summarize this first.
Okay.
C6, I think I should write it. I have already written this, but again, so that this is very important. You must keep in mind. It is you will see like it is the reverse of photosynthesis. So you will get carbon, sorry, carbon dioxide plus what? Plus what? Yeah, plus what? Water. Plus what? Energy. Okay. So you can say that C6H12 plus O2 plus carbon dioxide plus water plus ATP. Okay. So this is the summarized chemical equation of aerobic respiration. Remember, I'm talking about the aerobic respiration. You have to
Mm.
differentiate it from the anaerobic. We will discuss this once we complete this topic. So I have told you, like, as a teenage boy, like teenage boy, average average energy that you require in the day, that is about, I'm just like, that would be 11,510 kilojoule. 11,110 kilojoule. 11,000. Sorry, should be one. 11,000. Sorry, 500 times. 500. So 11,500 times daily. This is your energy requirement for daily
Mm.
activities, which you are utilizing all of the day. So whatever the products are, I mean, like carbohydrates, protein, liquids, and the food that you're taking. So you can calculate this as like you're utilizing the required amount of energy. So this is one. A teenage girl only needs 88 now 8,830 kilojoules. Like 8,000, 8,000. This is for girl, teenage girl. Okay, so that's the difference between these.
Yes, yes. अच्छा वो सिस्टम में भूल गया स्टार्ट करना यार जयान की क्लास को चलें अभी कर देना ठीक है
All right, we have 5 minutes.
ठीक है मेक श्योर कि आवर के बाद हम रिकॉर्डिंग क्लोज करते हैं
All right.
रिकॉर्डिंग लाइक
Okay, yes.
स्टॉप ऑन
So,
ठीक है
recording.
आप शेयर कीजिए
Okay, Zian, are you there?
Yeah. Hello?
Zian, so I was just trying to discuss with you like how the energy requirement is for teenage boy girl. Okay. And this is for as we are talking about aerobic respiration, so that's why
Mm.
respiration. All right. So this is
Yeah.
roughly because on average, um, you can say girls are smaller than boys. Okay. So and I hope you're getting this point. And also because boys have muscle cells as compared to girls. Okay, so that's why for the contraction and relaxation of muscles, you need more energy. So I think that like you will ask,
Yeah.
more muscle cells means what? If you have
What?
more
Pardon?
muscles, if you have more muscles, if the boys have more muscles, what does it mean? It means like you need more
Yeah,
energy
no heat.
in the form of ATP. Okay. So
Yeah.
why do we need more energy? Because you
Do respiration.
yes, for the aerobic respiration, for the aerobic
Yeah.
respiration. So that's why you need more energy as compared to the okay. So I think we have covered here uh, aerobic respiration and then after exothermic reactions. Like in exothermic reaction, it's detailed like how aerobic respiration is exothermic process. That's when we have discussed about this detail as well. I'm going to share with you aerobic
Yeah.
respiration that takes place in mitochondria. And but other parts, I think cell play different other vital roles. So I can also share with you this diagram and show you that you can understand its importance.
Mm.
And then we'll go
Yeah.
for my then we'll now the next point that I have to cover here this discussion that would be the mitochondria. So why mitochondria is important here? Because it's a site of respiration, right? So as it is the site of respiration, so we must know its structure as well. So once we know about its structure, so it will be easy for us to understand how the respiration is actually taking place and how this mitochondria is playing its role here. All right. So just be on my I want to share with you this. There is it is. IT. IT. Can you see this? Is it visible to you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Vision look at this.
Yeah.
It's a wall. It's chloroplast. These are mitochondria. You can see the
Mm.
cytoplasm are located where enzymes of weight, location of reactions in aerobic respiration. Because we'll study about this, like how the reactions will take place in cytoplasm. Because the breakdown of glucose actually start in the cytoplasm. The first part of
Yeah.
the respiration that will carry out in respiration, sorry, in cytoplasm. So that is glycolysis. We'll discuss about that as well, right? So then you can see here the nucleus for genetic code for enzymes involved in respiration. Then after you have the mitochondria, it's singular, and mitochondria that we are using, that's a plural. So contain the enzymes for aerobic respiration.
Mm. Yeah.
All right. So it's a cell membrane, it allows gases, water to cross freely into the cell. All right. So
Yeah.
let's conclude this discussion here, and then after in tomorrow's class we'll start the site of respiration that is mitochondria. So we will try to understand its structure, and then we link it with the respiration process itself. All right. So then your this topic of respiration will complete. The need of respiration, yes, we will study about this.
Okay.
All right. Otherwise, it's a topic of one lecture, but as I think we have started a little bit late on today, so that's why half of the topic is still remaining. Okay. So
Yeah.
mitochondria, it's a very short point. There are three points that we need to discuss here. We'll not go in much detail, but we just need very short, an overview of the mitochondria itself. Then after we go for the importance of respiration, I have already discussed in at the very start and during just by asking questions, discuss with you what
Okay.
is the importance of respiration. Okay, Shyam,
Yeah.
let's conclude here. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Anything else? If you want to ask any questions, you can please. Please, let's conclude this
No.
class. And at the end of this, we will also practice some EQA past paper questions as
Yeah.
well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Shyam, take care of yourself. See you tomorrow. Bye
You too. Bye.
bye.